We are coming at you live with Jenna Duncan of the Denton Record Chronicle. How are you today?
I am great. How are you?
Doing awesome. Well, we are talking holiday shopping and all things holiday here in Denton. So it's that time of year, and we're really, really excited to do this interview because I think this is going to be a really fun one and really informative for the folks that are tuning in. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah, so I wanted to start and primarily talk about interactive gifts. Like, I'm one of those people who I would way rather buy somebody a ticket to something or a voucher to do an activity instead of a gift that's going to just get hidden on a shelf
Right.
or like a scarf that you're going to use 1 month a year in Denton. So I compiled kind of a list of some things that you can pre-buy for your favorite Dentonite or somebody you're trying to convince to come to Denton. Like, I use this as a ploy to get my mom to come from Plano, and I'm like, well, I have tickets to this thing, so you have to come here now. Um, so to start,
Very smart.
yeah, it's a great ploy to get people to come here, and then also if you want to do it with that person, then you can be like, well, I got a ticket for myself too, and you can benefit. So to start, I think the most classic interactive thing that you can do on the square that's been growing like crazy is the painting over at Serendipity on the square. So there isn't an online registration or anything like that. You just call the shop, and they do workshops every Tuesday through Saturday, 6 to 8. It's $45, and you get to pick one vintage item in their store. So like one of my friends did a really cool like ore that's now hanging above like one of her
Cool.
doorways, and you can do accent chairs. And one of my friends did a really giant vintage jewelry box once. And so you just pick an item that's in the store, and then Claire teaches you how to repurpose it. So you can do the paint or buy additional, like maybe like doorknobs if you're doing like a little cabinet or something, and really spruce it up. And of course, you can bring your wine. So you drink wine and you hang out with whoever you bought the present for, and then they get to bring home a souvenir with them. So I think that that's the most classic thing. You just have
Yeah.
to call Claire over at Serendipity and reserve the spot, and then you can either prepay or pay when you get there. And then our newcomer, Whimsy Fines, which is also kind of the home decor vintagey
Mm-hmm.
store, they have a ton of cool gifts right now that are from local artisans. Right now, since they just came down here from Salina, they don't have any Denton artists yet, but they're working on building that Denton presence, and it's still all North Texas. So it's
Cool.
not like, some mass-made goods from California or something like that. But they're just now starting up their workshop series. So right now they have 3 scheduled for January. One is like painting the vintagey wood plank signs to say hello, and it's just like a painting workshop where they provide everything for you, the wood and the paint and the instructions, and that's BYOB too. So they
Sweet.
have that's going on in January, and they also have the build your own terrarium, which is that weird. You've seen them at Dime Store. It's like
Yeah.
the weird glass shaped thing. And then you
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
put in the rocks and the moss and the succulents and the dirt and however else. So it teaches you how to build one, and it
That's
gives you
cool.
all the supplies to make your own. So those are 2 workshops that they're doing in January. And those are $38. And you can buy your tickets online now through their website.
Wow.
So you just go whimsyfines.com. You can print out the vouchers or just write a little tag, wrap it up, and then somebody has a Christmas gift that they get to use in January. Another one that I think is really cool is Painting with a Twist. I know that they're
Of
kind of all
course. Yeah.
over, but we have one off the square,
Yeah.
and you can sign up for that online too. And they even have sessions for kids. So when I think of Painting with a Twist, I think of like my boyfriend's sister's bachelorette party, which was doing an afternoon painting with the twist, and we all had champagne, and it
Cool.
was this whole thing. But they also have kid-friendly ones that are less expensive. So the adult ones are 35 to 40 BYOB, and of course, it's somebody instructing you how to paint this certain image. And on the website, when you're booking the session, it shows you what you'll be painting. But they do $25 ones in the afternoon for kids. So if you have some kids in your life and you want to get them to dig into those artsy vibes that we have all over Denton, that's a great place to start. And then for the more active people in your life, SUMIT Gym and Authentic Yoga Life both right now have some promotions for the winter. So at SUMIT, you can either buy by the session for rock climbing, the indoor climbing right off the square, or you can buy 3 months right now on behalf of somebody else. So just when they go in, they just have to fill out the paperwork to say, yeah, it's cool if you like hang me by a rope as I rock climb.
Cool.
Um, and then also Authentic Yoga Life is doing 30 days for $30. So you can sign
Wow.
somebody up and they can try all the classes they want within a 1 month period for $30. So those are some kind of fun, interactive
Yeah.
things if you're trying to find an indoor alternative during the cold for working out for other people. And then one event that you can buy tickets to that I don't know how much you guys have talked about, but it's Band Together Denton, and it's this house show collective that's happening January 20th and 21st. So it's 10 different house venues all throughout Denton, 60 bands, and it's $25 for a 2-day pass. And so you can kind of come and go as you please. They already have some schedules up online so that people can feel it out. You have time between the time you give the tickets on Christmas to when the show is to figure out what bands you want to see and kind of plan your route. And since it's only $25, you don't have to stress about going to every single show or rushing yourself. You can kind of pick and choose what you want and still get a good value out of it. So those are the kinds of gifts that I like to give personally.
Very cool.
And then, of course, I mean, there's so many good places to hit up for stocking stuffers and kind of unique one-offs. One of my favorites is Atomic Candy is like my go-to place for stocking stuffers for my family. You can get or one of my coworkers was telling me that for a little boy in her family, she got one of the vintage lunch boxes and then just filled it with candy. And then you have your present already. You fill it up at the register, you walk out, you stick a bow on it under the tree, and present's done. And you can get, when one of my friends visited from New York, I know her favorite find at Atomic Candy was a giant tin of googly eyes. And so she's just been putting googly eyes on everything. So
that's awesome.
You can those are the kinds of things that you want to put in somebody's stocking.
Exactly.
So, you can put googly eyes on people's computers or on your reusable water bottle, however you want to use it. So that's a great place for finds. And then, of course, I always try to do the bulk of my spending at Dime Store because that's great. Like my stepdad's nickname for me is Burger. And so I bought him a little hamburger pillow to keep at his desk.
That's cool.
And so they have finds like that. I mean, last year I got my aunt a really cool stained glass piece that's like a vase that you nail to the wall so you can put flowers in it, and it's stained glass. So they have a bunch of cool finds, and that's all Denton Main. Yeah. So that's a great place for gifts, I think. And then, of course, we have so many retail spots around the square that are doing holiday promotions that vary by day. If you just check in on their Facebook pages, you can see what's going on between I know Palm Tree is doing a holiday gift preview later this week. I don't know the details exactly. I think it's on the 15th, but where it has a lot of their favorite buys and things like that, and some of the more stocking stuffers like the cute socks and some of the jewelry and things like that.
The socks are super cool. I've got several myself.
They're such a good, easy stocking stuffer gift. So I think those are great. And then one of my other favorite finds is if you buy any recycled books merch, if you go in there wearing the t-shirt or the hoodie, you get 10% off your entire purchase. So for a book lover in your life, they get to rep Denton, but then every time they go shopping, they also get 10% off, and that's forever.
That's cool.
So it's a gift built into a gift.
Yeah.
That keeps giving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Also, we did have another candy store open off the loop.
Really?
It's called Do Pop In.
Okay.
Kind of a little quirky name there, and they do gourmet popcorn, and they also have giant gumball machines. And if you're thinking the candy route and you don't want to shuffle your way through Atomic Candy, we do have an alternative now. And then, of course, Candy Shop on the square, you can build your own chocolate box.
Yeah.
Which is also good. My grandma loves that because you can also do the sugar-free chocolates for the grandmothers who need to watch the sugar a little bit. And then they still feel like they're spoiled because you still get to hand pick everything for them.
Right.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
So
well, if you needed any suggestions on what to get Jenna for Christmas, you now know. You get
everything that I want.
Well, it's a very, very cool opportunity to get to have some insight from the Denton Record Chronicle as to what's going on around here, some of the options for people to shop, and some really great interactive gifts that can just tell everybody that little extra, something of how special they are. A friend of mine asked my sister the other day, what do you get Jake for Christmas? And she said, just get him something stupid. He'll think it's hilarious and go on. And it's so true. The goofier, the better. But every now and then you get that thing that's really got that special touch and has that Denton thing or that interactive thing like you're talking about. It's just, it's such it really is meaningful to the people that receive them. So awesome insights. If you want to go deeper into a lot of this kind of stuff, you can go to dentonrc.com. SUMITGym.com. Of course, you can go get a Denton Record Chronicle yourself at one of the local convenience stores or here at the Discover Denton Welcome Center. Or, of course, you can have it subscribed to sent to your house, which is always nice. So, Jenna, are there any other resources they can go check out or any specific places they need to go look for some of this stuff?
I'm trying to think. We didn't do it in the Dentonite, 2 local blogs. They've also put together some gift guides that have a little bit different take than I have. So, you have lots of resources to help you whittle down your shopping instead of wandering around downtown aimlessly. So.
Very cool. Well, again, check out DentonRC.com for more info on this as well as all sorts of other things on news, sports, and entertainment. And we will see you guys next week, every week at 2 o'clock, where we sit down with the Denton Record Chronicle folks and get a little more insight into all the good stuff that happens in our local paper. All right, we're going to jump back into the music. Again, thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next time.